Hi everyone, I am Peacey. I am your resident ActiveCampaign queen, though I say so myself, and I am here with my amazing friend Melissa Love. Say hi, Melissa.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm from the Marketing Fix, and whilst Kate is the queen of ActiveCampaign, I am here to help you look at the bigger picture of your marketing, to look at how ActiveCampaign fits into that and be more strategic instead of just guessing and winging it.
Cool. And we actually live really close to each other, and we even meet each other not on Zoom calls or presentations.
True. Yes, we have to make our own entertainment because we're down in the darkest corner of Cornwall. So we actually often will go to the beach on a Friday and we will bust out a little mini Prosecco and some mini cheddars and have ourselves a good old kind of chinwag about how the week's gone. So yeah, we do actually see each other outside of our offices.
It's true. And the neighbours find it hilarious because none of them ever know what we're talking about. But luckily, you guys do. We are here to talk to you today about an amazing thing that basically gives you X-ray glasses using ActiveCampaign. We're going to help you find your hot leads. Now, this is an amazing tool because I know that one of the major problems people have with their websites is then they don't know when people are looking and what they're looking at. Melissa, is that a problem for people in marketing?
It is a problem because you end up then just creating content and you don't really know what sticks. You think, I'm going to blog about this, or I'm going to create this special guide. And you can spend a lot of time doing things that aren't really going to get you any results because people don't really want them.
Right. And I've heard you use the term before, scattergun marketing or just luck marketing. And I think this really takes away the luck out of it, because actually what we're going to do is use a magic hotspot detector to do some benign spying on what people do on your website. And this is very cool because it will find your hot leads on autopilot and convert them to buyers. And it can do it completely hands off, or you can level up and do some personal intervention. And I know, Melissa, you've done that. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Let's scroll down. Okay.
And I think what we were talking about earlier in our previous thing about when getting people to tell you what their burning question is, you can then create some content around that burning question. And then when people start engaging with that content, you can see that they're doing it. I know, Kay, you do this. Tell us about how you use it.
Yeah, cool. So it's like baiting with your website. Okay. So we're going to use the website as bait for services that we sell. And we know what we need to offer as services because people have already told us about that and that burning question that we're asking them to tell us about. So we know what they're interested in. Here's the cunning bit, is that you can use ActiveCampaign to save you so much time by sniffing these guys out. You can have pages on your website that are very intentionally designed. I use blogs to watch out for this. And one of the hot topics that I do it for is deliverability. And I can hear you all going, oh, email deliverability. But we all need to know about it, right? Even Melissa, you've caved, right? She's caved. She knows about email deliverability now because I've banged on about it so much. And I have a lot of information for free on my website. I call these my hottie pages, because what we can do then from ActiveCampaign is spy on people and watch how often and when they are visiting those pages. This is your X-ray detector. You can then use that to keep a count of how many times someone visits particular pages. And it's never just one page, right, Melissa?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you have like a whole set.
Yeah, and like I know that Kay's hot pages are all around deliverability. So obviously she has a deliverability course. So she can use the number of times people visit those topic pages to trigger an offer, which is going to be exactly tailored to the piece of information that they were looking for.
Right. And you can do all of this using the features of ActiveCampaign because it can track the site visits, that's spotting when someone watches the hot pages. It can keep count of the site visits. You can do that on every plan, by the way, not just the higher plans. You can do that on all plans. And you can set a threshold on that says, hey, when this number hits 5, kick in the persuasive emails. And the persuasive emails, Melissa, I'd love to hear a bit more about the sort of things that you do with that. I know for mine with deliverability, I do that thing where you agitate the problem a bit and I talk about why deliverability for your emails is so critical. Like an email that no one sees is not going to persuade them to buy. Yeah. So that's the sort of thing I talk about in those. Could you give us some more examples of the sort of emails that you might send for a hotspot?
Well, I actually use the hotspots in a slightly different way. I love to use it if I'm launching something. So during I'm launching a new course, or I'm doing a big push on my membership, what I will do is I'll have my little counter set. And when they've visited my sales page kind of 3-4 times, I use the integration with Bonjoro, the natural integration, to send me a prompt to make a personal video for them. So I know they're on the fence. They visited my sales page 5 times. They're thinking of buying. If I then go, hey, personalized name, I can see that you've been having a look, and I actually really call it out. So I can see you've been having a look at my sales page, and I say, and don't you want to know how I know that? This is the kind of thing I can teach you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm very transparent. It's all a bit meta, but I use it.
That's very sneaky. I love it. I love that you're out front and saying, I can see this. Do you want to know how I can see that?
That's how I use it during a sales process. I need to do more of what Kay does, which is use some of my blog content to trigger some more specific offers. But yeah, fantastic.
Right. So there are different ways you can leverage this depending on how many people are coming through these pages. If you've got thousands of people who are hitting your hotspots and reaching a threshold, you're going to have to automate it, right? Because you do not want to be trying to make a personal video for them. But if you're selling something high ticket and you're in the middle of an intensive launch to get people off the fence and personally get them over the line, you can do the same thing and just have it tap you on the shoulder, how Melissa's using it during a launch. And then Melissa totally is rolling out the VIP red carpet here. So you're in control of what happens and how you're going to address those benefits and features and stuff like that. Now, I know in my experience, this converts about 8% of people who hit my automation with the persuasive emails just on the deliverability topic. And, like Melissa, I should be doing more of these, but that's the main one I use at the moment. Melissa, do you have a handle on like the conversion rate that you get if you deploy this during a launch? You've got your hotspot detector up, they hit the threshold, and you roll out that VIP contact. Tell us about the conversion rate.
Yeah, it takes it. If I didn't make that personal intervention, it would take a big launch conversion rate from about 5% to about 20%.
Wow, I mean that's huge.
Yeah, that's and just huge. If we've got time, you can use this hotspot detector for people who are already inside your membership, for example. So in mine, if people tick complete on the module which deals with branding, they get sent an email offering them to buy my brand guide. So it's for existing customers. Like, it's so genius. That deep integration with your website, just, you can't personally detect wherever it is in your consuming your content.
This is just magic, right? And it's leveraging these amazing features of ActiveCampaign, and site tracking is one of the real unique features that is way underused, I think, by ActiveCampaign people, is that it is your spy on the inside, very benign spying, because we are trying to help people by having ActiveCampaign be the watch person, keeping an eye out for people who visit. It's literally, did they go look at this page? That means they're interested in this thing. They need my help. You can put on your hero cape and swoop in. It's very welcome. And you can either be out front with it, like Melissa is saying, did you see, I know this stuff about you, or you can be more subtle about it if you want to. You've got to do what works for your business. Now, we have a handout that's going to help you hold on to some of these ideas as well. So I'm just going to flip back to this one. Melissa, could you tell us a bit more about the marketing fix, please?
Sure. We're a membership which gives you lots of hands-on support. We have kind of 5 hours of coaching a week, and we take you from totally beginner baby marketer right through to funnel expert, and we make it fun as well.
I love that, baby marketer. I was like a not even born marketer when I first met Melissa, and look what happened. She's dangerous in a good way. Okay, so you can go to this link. It's slickbusiness.co/time. There you will find a link to Melissa's amazing marketing fix membership and a code to get a discount on that. A place to sign up for my emails, if you want all the ActiveCampaign tips as well. And we're going to give you this handout that you can see up there, which covers all of the 4 tips that we're giving you in how to save time and make money using not just ActiveCampaign, but that whole ecosystem and your amazing marketing talent that maybe you haven't quite leaned into yet, but it's there. Follow your instincts and get the help with the tech. We got you.
Yeah, we got this.
Thanks, Melissa. Bye, everyone.